Aloha, beautiful. Great to have you back. Don't miss out on any episode. Follow me on Facebook where you will receive additional information. Just look for Tita May. And for now, I wish you lots of new inspirations. Aloha, sweet beamings. Another Friday, another day for inspirations. I hope you're doing well. We just had a new moon, so everything's on building everything up again. And a new month is arriving, so I guess we're going to go a lot into good energies to start new things for the moment. As for today's inspiration, I wanted to talk to you about selfishness. Because there's a certain kind of selfishness that we actually really need, and that is actually good for us. Or let's put it this way, it's not just good for you, but it's good for the whole world. And I want to remind you of that a little bit, because I feel that it gives certain healing techniques some more importance. If we're imagining that everything is energy, and whatever we think, whatever we do is projected into the world, right? So if I'm a person that is very scared and very still holding on to a lot of pain and fears, that's what I'm going to be emanating. That's what I'm going to be beaming out into the world. So if I start working on myself to be a better person, to let go of old things and to overcome my fears, that's going to make me as a person probably a better person, and a person with less baggage. So the good thing about that is that I'm going to be one more person that has more positive energy flowing into the world, into the energy of our whole planet. So you see, the idea is, if you look at yourself, you're going to be learning about yourself, learning about your fears, learning about your anger, or also, I mean, really like also looking into your own dark sides. And when you're on this path of personal development, you're going to try to overcome those things for yourself. And you're probably, I guess, going to be very good at it. And you're also going to come to certain points where you're going to feel that you're going to be a little bit selfish, because you're going to be bringing yourself out of certain energies, because you're just changing. You're changing yourself. Your whole vibration changes when you change as a beaming. So when you decide that you want to change, you're going to start getting into those things where you realize that you're not compatible anymore with a certain kind of people. And you're gonna, maybe you owe them something, or maybe there's still something inside of you, maybe a fear of not being liked, or an old pattern that you have that connects you to that kind of people, or to those kind of people. And or maybe even just that, the judgment that you're going to feel as a bad person if you let go of someone that's not doing you any good. And maybe you're even going to judge yourself of being selfish if you actually do that. But the thing is that if you do this selfish act, you're going to have more positive energy that you're going to be beaming out into the world, because you're going to be less stressed with yourself. You're not going to be thinking negatively about yourself. And that's the thing, because sometimes when we are too much on the outside thinking about what would they think, or maybe I'm going to hurt someone if I say this or if I do this. But when you change your point of view to yourself back, and stop treating yourself bad, because come on, you're pushing yourself to meet up with people that you actually don't want to hang out with. you know, because the pain of maybe not being liked by someone of them is bigger. But when you look at yourself, it's not, you know, you're going to have the feeling that of being selfish if you do certain things that are actually good for yourself. And but you see where I'm getting at, right? The thing is, when you really change something within yourself, heal something within yourself, and that makes you grow, and that makes you change, and that makes you do things that maybe other people will not like. I like to take I have one example that somehow we live in a world that expects us to bring gifts everywhere for everything. And I mean, it's really nice to have someone give you something as a present. But I don't know how your home looks like, but I remember I got to a point where my home was filled with stuff, things people had given me, and then I didn't feel comfortable. And it's not like I didn't like the people I was with, but I didn't feel comfortable. It felt like it was dead weight, and it only represented a materialistic kind of way. And actually the thing that I was appreciating more was the time people were giving me. So that's like my thing. That's my own personal thing. I feel like when when I'm with friends and with family, my biggest gift I can give to someone is my time, and I feel the same way when someone takes their time to spend with me. So, but that's my thing, and other people maybe might be different. And I remember, and I'm still struggling a little bit with that because I'm trying to say I don't want anything for my birthday except my friends just being there. I don't need someone to bring me gifts. But I know that I have friends that actually like gifts a lot. So we're kind of like in a point there where I feel like I might hurt them if I say, please stop giving me presents. And please understand that I don't want to give you any physical presents, because for me, the biggest present I can give you is actually my time, because for me, that's something very precious. And that's like the biggest gift I can give someone. So it might seem a little bit selfish, but on the other hand, I'm not emanating bad energies, and I'm not feeling like I have to do this. You know, like when you feel like you have to do something, that's also gives it a different kind of pleasure, because you're not doing it from your heart. It's just pressure put on you that you need to do something, and you actually don't want to do it. So those things might seem really selfish once you say, I don't want to do it anymore. But if you see it from the point of view of energy, by transforming yourself, you're transforming the energy of the whole world. And even though you're changing something for yourself that maybe others might not like, you're still going to be going forward. And as I said again, doing something for everyone. Because it's like with the whole microcosmos and macrocosmos. If you do something as a person, if you act on making the world a little bit better for yourself, and that's not saying that you have to do really huge things. Not all of us are born to be like Martin Luther King or Mahatma Gandhi, but what we can do is we can do work on a smaller scale within ourselves and within our families and friends. And sometimes that might seem, again, sometimes those kind of things might seem selfish because you're only working on yourself. But if you put it on the bigger scale, you're adding one more person to the positive side and one less person being in fear, living in fears and living in anger, you know? And it's the same thing, like if you look at the world, we're all working on it. Because on a huge scale, everyone is changing and the whole world is changing to a more positive place. There are certain things, if you look at the big politics, especially the global politics, where before people wouldn't mind, they wouldn't care. I mean, of course, we do have social media, so information gets spread way faster than before. But if you just look at how the people are reacting to things. Before, people would send out some help, but like I said, only some help. But nowadays, if something happens, like catastrophes happen, you know, like something, nature does something again, then nowadays the help on a global scale is way bigger because there's a lot more of compassion. And that is because there has been so many people in the past, and we're still there working on bringing more compassion into this world. And with each person that we manage to do that, we manage to change the energy and the vibration of our planet, including the humans on it. So next time you feel like you're doing just something for yourself and you want to feel bad about it, don't. Because you're doing something for yourself. And it's not selfish to do something for yourself, because you are bringing yourself into the center, into your strength. Because once you feel liberated of old patterns, old fears, old emotions that are just not good anymore, you're going to see that you will turn into a beaming of compassion, and you're going to be able to help way more people than before. So don't judge yourself too hard, and just keep on walking, keep on doing what is best for you. And in return for that, remember that each little pain, each little fear you overcome, each emotion you let go of is going to be one more step closer to bringing our planet, our Earth, our humanity closer to the great peace, to the great love, to that goal of just being free for ourselves. So, yeah, I hope that wasn't too hard to follow, but I think you get my point. And I wish for you that you can see that, and you can actually allow yourself to be selfish every now and then, to actually work on yourself and on everyone else. And with this, I'd like to thank you very much for listening in, tuning in. But not just that, because I guess since you're listening to this podcast, you're probably already way on your path of self-fulfillment. And with that, I want to thank you, because you are one of the many that are required to shift this vibration and to make this world even better than it already is. Make it more beautiful for all of us. So I'd like to leave you with these words. Have a great weekend, everyone, and have a nice week. And yeah, just keep on being those great beamings that you are. Thank you. Bye. Thanks a lot for tuning in again. I hope you were able to get some good takeaways for yourself. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and leave a review. And if you'd like to receive some more inspirational information, sign up to Tita May's weekly inspirations. You can find the link on my website, titamayola.com. I'm looking forward to inspire you some more. And until then, aloha mahalo, e ho'omaikai kako, e ahui ho.